Ladies and gentlemen, today you're going to hear a story like no other. My story.my name is Donald J. Trump. I was born in Queens, New York, a place a lot of people talk about, but very few truly understand. Believe me, I grew up in a strong family, a smart family, a winning family. And from the very beginning, I knew one thing. I was meant to do big things. Tremendous things. People always ask me, Donald, how did you do it? How did you go from Queens to the top? And the answer is simple. I work hard, I think big, and I never, ever give up. My father, Fred Trump, incredible man, truly incredible, taught me something important. If you're going to do something, do it right. Make it the best. Make it a winner. And that's exactly what I did. Always. I built an amazing company. One of the greatest, one of the most impressive companies you'll ever see. Skyscrapers, hotels, golf courses, resorts, you name it. We created a brand that people all over the world recognize instantly. Trump. Some people love it, some people don't, but nobody ignores it. Nobody. Then one day, I looked around and I said, you know what? Our country can do better. Much better. America needed strength. America needed confidence. America needed someone who wasn't afraid to take on the entire system. I ran for president. A lot of people said I couldn't win. A lot of people laughed. They said, Trump can't do it. But guess what? We won. Big. Very big. One of the greatest wins in American political history. I became the 45th president of the United States, and later, the 47th. Something nobody ever expected, something nobody ever saw coming. But that's the thing about my life. It's full of surprises, full of success, full of moments people will be talking about for a long, long time. Today, I'm going to take you through my journey, from the streets of Queens to the towers of Manhattan, from television and business fame to rallies with thousands and thousands of amazing patriots, from the Oval Office to returning to the Oval Office again. It's a story of victories, challenges, controversy, hard decisions, and yes, a lot of unbelievable moments. So sit back and get ready. Because the story you're about to hear is one that only I can tell. A real story. A bold story. A truly incredible Trump story. Let's begin. It's going to be absolutely tremendous. I was born on June 14th, 1946, Flag Day, by the way, a very special day, in Queens, New York. A lot of people don't know that. They really don't. They think I was born in Manhattan because of the buildings, the success, the whole thing. But no. I came from Queens, a place full of tough people, hardworking people, incredible people who know what it means to fight for something better. My family, the Trumps, we weren't ordinary. Not at all. My father, Fred Trump, was a strong man, a brilliant builder, one of the smartest real estate minds you could ever find. He didn't talk much, not the emotional type, but when he spoke, you listened. Everyone listened. He knew how to build, he knew how to win, and he expected the same from his children. Especially from me. My mother, Mary Ann, was different, warm, elegant, full of grace. A wonderful woman. She came from Scotland, and she brought a sense of style, dignity, and class into our home. So between my father's toughness and my mother's elegance, you can imagine the combination. It shaped me, big time. Growing up, I learned about winning early. In our house, winning wasn't optional. It was the standard. If you worked hard. If you played to win. And if you failed, well, you didn't stay down for long. You got up. You tried again. You pushed harder. I was a kid who liked competition. I liked challenges. If there was a race, I wanted to be first. If there was a game, I wanted to dominate. I wasn't shy, not even a little. I spoke my mind. I said what I believed. And honestly, most of the time, I was right. My father saw that in me. He saw the energy, the confidence, maybe even the attitude. And he pushed it, he sharpened it. He wanted me to be disciplined, strong, focused. That's why he sent me to the New York Military Academy when I was a teenager. A lot of people think it was punishment. It wasn't. It was preparation. Serious preparation. The academy. I learned structure. I learned leadership. I learned how to stand tall, how to command a room, how to face people who didn't always like you, and still win them over. Believe me, that's a very important skill, especially later in politics. I wasn't perfect, not at all. I got myself into trouble sometimes. I had big ideas, big energy, a big personality. But even then, people knew something about me. If I was involved, things happened. Things got done. That school, that training, that discipline, it all pushed me towards something bigger. I didn't know exactly what yet, but I knew I wasn't going to be average. I wasn't going to live a small life. I wanted to be great, to build great things, to create things people would look at and say, wow. I wanted to make an impact, a tremendous one. When I graduated, I went to the Wharton School of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania, the best business school, the toughest business school, the place where serious people go. Some folks like to pretend it's not a big deal, but trust me, it's a very big deal. And I did extremely well there. Very well. It was at Wharton where I started to think in a new way. Bigger, bolder. I saw the world differently. Not just buildings, not just deals, but possibilities. I started to understand how money flows, how markets work, how opportunity appears where other people see nothing. And that's when I knew I wasn't just going to join my father's business. I was going to take it somewhere completely new. Everything I learned as a kid, the energy, the drive, the discipline, the desire to win, it all started coming together. And deep down, I knew something important. My story was just beginning, and it was going to be incredible, absolutely incredible. After Wharton, I felt ready, more than ready. I had the confidence, the vision, the training, everything. Most people graduate and think, maybe I'll try something small, maybe I'll take it slow. Not me. Never me. I wanted to start big. I wanted to take risks. I wanted to do the kind of things people would remember. And let me tell you, when you grow up in Queens, you look across the river at Manhattan, those massive buildings, the energy, the lights, the whole thing, and you think, that's where the action is. That's where the winners go. So that's where I went. The first big step was joining my father's business. But, and this is important, I didn't just join it. I studied it. I watched every deal he made, every building he touched, every negotiation he walked into. My father was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and I absorbed everything. But deep inside, I knew something. I wasn't going to stay in the background. I wasn't going to stay small. I had ideas that were much bigger, much bolder. My father focused on housing in Brooklyn and Queens, solid business, very good business. But Manhattan was different. Manhattan was a battlefield, a jungle, a place where only the smartest, toughest, most determined people survived. A lot of people said, Donald, stay where you are. Don't go to Manhattan. Too risky. Which, of course, made me want it even more. Risk never scared me. Failure never scared me. Only being average scared me. Only being forgotten. So I started studying Manhattan. I walked its streets. I looked at buildings the way most people look at paintings. I studied the markets, the developers, the mistakes people made, the opportunities they missed. And then, suddenly, there it was, the Commodore Hotel. A rundown place, a disaster, honestly. Nobody wanted it. The city was struggling, the economy wasn't great, and the hotel was falling apart. But I looked at it and saw something else. Potential. Huge potential. The kind of potential only I could see at the time. I said, we can fix it. We can turn this thing around. We can make it big. We can make it beautiful. And that's exactly what I did. The deal was tough, one of the toughest of my early career. I had to negotiate with the city, with banks, with investors, with people who didn't believe in me, who didn't trust me, who didn't think a kid from Queens could turn a broken hotel into a world-class property. But that's the thing. When people doubt me, I get even stronger. I focused. I push harder. And I won that we got the deal. That we renovated it, transformed it, turned it into the Grand Hyatt Hotel. One of the most stunning turnarounds New York had ever seen. Overnight, people started saying, who is this Trump guy? Where did he come from? How did he pull this off? Well, I pulled it off because I saw what others didn't. Because I stayed tough. Because I didn't listen to the naysayers. The Grand Hyatt changed everything. It put me on the map, big time. And once you're on the map in Manhattan, once you prove you can win in the toughest real estate market in the world, doors start opening. Opportunities appear, and I was ready for all of them. That's when I realized something powerful. My life was no longer just about building buildings. It was about building a legacy. A name. A brand. The Trump brand. People began to associate my name with success, luxury, style, confidence, the whole thing. When you saw Trump on a building, you knew it was going to be first class, the best, truly the best. And let me tell you something. In Manhattan, that meant everything. The city was changing. The skyline was changing, and I was right in the center of it. From a kid in Queens to a rising force in Manhattan, IT was happening fast, very fast, but it felt natural. It felt right. IT felt like destiny. And deep down, I knew this was just the beginning, just the start of a story that would go far beyond real estate, far beyond New York, far beyond anything I could have imagined as a kid looking across the river at those shining towers. The world was getting ready for Donald J. Trump, and believe me, I was ready for the world. Once I had established myself with the Grand Hyatt, I knew it was time for something even bigger, something truly spectacular, something that would make people stop and say, "Wow, this is Trump." I wanted a building that wasn't just another skyscraper. I wanted a statement, a landmark, something that screamed success, power, and style. And that's how Trump Tower was born. People said I was crazy, absolutely crazy. They said, "Donald, you can't do it. Fifth Avenue, the most expensive street in the world, that building will never work." But you know what I did? I smiled, I nodded, and I went ahead anyway, because that's what winners do. That's what I do. I see opportunity where others see obstacles. Believe me, Trump Tower wasn't easy. Far from it. There were problems with the city, problems with contractors, problems with financing. People doubted every step of the way. Every step, but I don't back down. I don't quit. I negotiate. I push. I win, and we did. Tremendous work. Beautiful work. Truly spectacular. When it opened in 1983, people couldn't believe it. A 58-story glass and marble tower on Fifth Avenue, with luxury apartments, offices, and my signature style everywhere. The IT wasn't just a building. It was a statement. Trump was here. Trump was a force. Trump was unstoppable. And that's when the media started to notice. Some loved it, some criticized it. I don't care. I never cared. I knew the truth. I knew what we had built. Success is loud, very loud. And Trump Tower was the loudest. People began to call me a visionary. They said I changed the skyline of New York. They said I brought style, luxury, and boldness back to the city. And you know what? They were right. But I didn't stop there. Real estate was just the beginning. Hotels, casinos, resorts. Everywhere I looked, I saw potential. Tremendous potential. People would come to me and say, "Donald, no one has done this before. Are you sure?" I would laugh. And I'd say, "Of course I'm sure. I always know. I see what others don't see. I make things happen." By this time, my name had become a brand. Trump wasn't just a person, it was a symbol. When people saw the name, they knew what it meant. Success, power, quality, confidence. That's something very few people understand. A name can be more valuable than anything else, and I mastered that. Absolutely mastered it. And let me tell you, with Trump Tower, we didn't just make a building, that we made a statement to the world. Donald Trump is here. Donald Trump is a winner. Donald Trump does things bigger than anyone else. And believe me, that's just the start, just the beginning. Soon after, opportunities started coming from all directions. Hotels in Atlantic City, big projects, casinos. Some people said, "Donald, you're taking risks nobody would take." Exactly. That's why I did it. That's how you win. That's how you build something unforgettable. You take risks. You move fast. You stay confident. And you never let anyone tell you no. By the mid-1980s, I was not just a developer. I was a celebrity. The media followed me. The public followed me. People loved the brand. They loved the style. That I became a fixture in New York, a symbol of energy, ambition, and success. And you know what? I loved it. That I thrived on it. It made me stronger. It made me bolder. And it prepared me for something even bigger, politics. But we'll get to that later. Right now, the story is about building, about growing, about showing the world that a kid from Queens can take risks, overcome obstacles, and create something that lasts. And that's exactly what I did. Every single day, every single deal, every single challenge. I pushed forward, I won, and I built a legacy that people couldn't ignore. Trump Tower was the crown jewel, and believe me, I had many more jewels to come. By the mid-1980s, I was no longer just a real estate developer. That I was a brand. People saw Trump, and they knew something huge, something bold, something successful was happening. Believe me, this is very important. Understanding your name, your image, your brand. Most people don't get it. They underestimate it. I never do. The media followed me everywhere. Newspapers, magazines, TV, they wanted a piece of me. Some were friendly, some were critical, but I loved it. I thrived on attention. I always have. Attention is power. Power is influence. Influence is success. It all connects. I started appearing on talk shows, interviews, magazine covers, Fortune, Forbes, New York Times, People. Everyone wanted to know the secret behind Trump. I'd tell them. It's simple. Hard work, vision, confidence, and knowing when to take a risk nobody else sees. Some people listened. Some people didn't. Doesn't matter. The results speak for themselves. And then came the celebrity world, parties, events, social circles. I rubbed shoulders with the most powerful, the most glamorous, the most influential people. From movie stars to media moguls, everyone wanted to be around success. And that's exactly what I was. Success. Tremendous success. But here's the thing. I never let the glamour distract me. I was focused. Always focused. I was building hotels, casinos, resorts, and office towers. Atlantic City was huge. I knew the potential there. The casinos, the hotels, people said it couldn't be done. Of course it could be done. Nobody else would have done it. That's why I did it, and we made it happen. Tremendous deals. Incredible results. While all this was happening, I also started thinking bigger, much bigger. Why stop in New York? Why stop in Atlantic City? Why not Florida, Chicago, Las Vegas, even internationally? A lot of people told me, Donald, that's too much. Too fast. I laughed that if you want to win big, you have to move fast. You have to take risks. You have to think bigger than everyone else. So we expanded. Hotels in Florida, luxury resorts, golf courses, brand licensing. Everywhere I looked, I saw opportunity. Tremendous opportunity. People didn't see it. I did. Always did. That's how winners operate. They see the possibilities before anyone else does. By the late 1980s, Trump wasn't just a name in New York. It was a national, even global brand. Trump Tower, casinos, hotels, golf courses, commercial properties. People recognized it instantly. And they knew what it meant. Success, style, confidence, winning. And here's the key. It wasn't just business. It was image, perception, influence. I understood that early. You can have the best building, the best deal, the best product, but if people don't know about it, if they don't see it, it doesn't matter. So we made sure they saw it. Everywhere. Big, bold, unmistakable. That's Trump style. At the same time, I began dabbling in media production, TV, cameos, interviews, projects that kept me in the public eye. It wasn't just ego. It was strategy. I was building the Trump persona long before anyone talked about branding the way people do today. And believe me, no one does branding better than me. No one. Even in these years, people started asking, Donald, have you thought about politics? I'd smile, and I'd say, maybe someday. But first, I'm building an empire. Politics? That's a story for later. Right now, it was about growth, about success, about establishing a name that no one could ignore. And that's exactly what I did. Every single day. By the end of the 1980s, I wasn't just Donald Trump, the developer. I was Donald Trump, the celebrity, the brand, the name that everyone knew. And that's exactly how I wanted it. That's exactly what I built. Big, bold, unstoppable. By the early 1990s, things were changing. Big challenges appeared. Real estate is never easy. Never. Some of my projects weren't going as smoothly as I wanted. Some deals were riskier than expected. The economy was shifting. Interest rates, market conditions, competition, all of it was tough. Really tough. And let me tell you, some people started doubting me. They said, Donald, maybe you bit off too much. Maybe it's too risky. Believe me, I didn't care. I never cared. I knew what I was doing. Yes, I faced debt. Large amounts of debt. Billions of dollars in loans. People thought it would crush me. Some people even celebrated the idea that I might fail. But here's the thing. I never saw it as failure. I saw it as opportunity. Because when you know how to negotiate, when you know how to structure deals, when you understand business better than anyone else, challenges become advantages. And I used every challenge to my benefit. Tremendous advantage. Believe me, some of my critics said, Donald Trump is finished. He's over. I laughed. Absolutely laughed. You see, adversity doesn't scare winners. Adversity makes winners stronger. Stronger, smarter, sharper. That's what happened to me. That's why I came back bigger than ever. During this time, I focused on rebuilding my brand. Trump Tower still stood as a symbol of success. My name on hotels and resorts reminded people who I was. I licensed the Trump name. Everything from merchandise to real estate projects. People wanted the Trump brand because they associated it with success, luxury, quality, winning, and that's exactly what I gave them. By the mid-1990s, I had turned the tide. Hotels, casinos, commercial projects, carefully restructured, renegotiated, strengthened. The media had doubted me, bankers had doubted me, the critics had doubted me, but I proved them all wrong. Again, always. And while all this was happening, I began to see something very clear. Trump isn't just about real estate, that it's about perception. It's about influence. It's about being seen as strong, confident, decisive. That I realized that media attention, celebrity, image, all of it was just as important as the buildings themselves. You want people to follow you? You want them to respect you? You want them to pay attention? Then you make sure they see you winning. Every day, every deal, every project. Tremendous wins. By the late 1990s, I was back on top. Stronger than ever. Trump hotels, Trump resorts, Trump Tower, still iconic. The brand was growing. International deals started to appear. Partnerships, licensing, global recognition. People called it the Trump comeback. I called it business as usual. Because when you operate like a winner, setbacks are just temporary. And you always come back bigger, stronger, better. It was during this time that I started thinking bigger, even beyond business. People would ask me, "Donald, have you thought about politics?" I'd say, "Maybe someday." And the truth is, I was studying the system, watching Washington, watching the news, watching the media, watching people in power. I could see the weaknesses. I could see the opportunities. I could see how a dealmaker, a negotiator, a winner could actually step in and make a difference. But for now, my focus was simple: build the brand, win the deals, stay on top, and make Trump synonymous with success. By the end of the 1990s, here's what I had accomplished: survived massive debt and financial challenges, expanded the Trump brand globally, maintained iconic properties like Trump Tower and Trump Plaza, established myself as a media personality and cultural figure. And let me tell you, all of this wasn't luck, not chance, not coincidence. It was skill, vision, determination, confidence, and the refusal to ever back down. That's how winners operate. That's how I operate. And that's why people started saying, "Donald Trump is unstoppable. He always comes back. He always wins." And they were right. Absolutely right. By the early 2000s, the Trump brand was everywhere, not just New York, not just Atlantic City, Florida, Chicago, Las Vegas, even international markets. People wanted Trump. They wanted luxury, style, confidence, and the winning mentality that my name represented. And I delivered. Tremendous results. Absolutely tremendous. Hotels, resorts, golf courses. We expanded at a pace that surprised even my competitors. Some said, "Donald, slow down. Take it easy." I laughed. You can't slow down when you're winning. You can't take it easy when opportunity is everywhere. You see the chance, you grab it. You make it happen. That's how winners operate. At the same time, my media presence exploded. The Apprentice came along. Tremendous show. People loved it. Ratings were huge. Everybody watched. And it wasn't just entertainment. It was strategy. I got millions of Americans seeing my name, hearing my voice, watching me make decisions, watching me judge, watching me win. And people began to think, this guy knows what he's doing. He's a leader. He's decisive. He's smart. He wins. It was incredible. The exposure, the influence, the recognition, everything aligned perfectly. And during this time, I started to seriously think about politics. People asked, "Donald, would you ever run?" And I'd smile and say, "Maybe someday. You never know. But right now, I'm building an empire." But secretly, I was observing, watching Washington, watching the media, watching politicians. I could see how weak they were, how slow they were, how ineffective. And I thought, if I ever decide to step in, I could do things differently. I could negotiate. I could win. I could make America stronger. Absolutely stronger. By mid-2000s, the Trump name was synonymous with success, luxury, style, confidence, winning. People started calling me a visionary, a brand master, a deal maker. Some loved me. Some criticized me. I didn't care. I never care. Criticism is part of winning. It's inevitable. And I always knew how to turn it to my advantage. Media attention, controversy, praise, criticism, all of it fuels a winner. All of it builds influence. At the same time, The brand kept expanding internationally. Hotels in Canada, resorts in the Caribbean, golf courses in Scotland. Global recognition, tremendous deals. People still didn't understand the vision. They thought it was flashy, superficial, maybe even risky. I knew it was smart. Very smart. Strategic. Calculated. Bold. And bold always wins. By the end of the decade, I had accomplished something incredible. Built a global luxury brand. Maintained iconic properties. Leveraged media for influence and image. Positioned myself as a public figure, a celebrity, a leader in business. And in the back of my mind, politics was becoming more than a thought. It was a possibility. Because if you have influence, recognition, respect, and the drive to win, politics is just another arena. And I always win arenas I enter. So by 2008, the Trump story wasn't just about real estate anymore. It was about influence. It was about image. It was about power. It was about laying the groundwork for the next big chapter. A chapter where Donald Trump could take everything he had learned, everything he had built, and make a difference on a national scale. Tremendous difference. Absolutely tremendous. And that, my friends, is how a kid from Queens, a young man with ambition, a teenager at a military academy, and a young entrepreneur in Manhattan, grew into someone the world couldn't ignore. From humble beginnings to skyscrapers, from real estate to media, from celebrity to global influence, Trump was unstoppable, and this was only the beginning. By the late 2000s, the Trump brand was stronger than ever. Hotels, towers, golf courses, everywhere you looked, people recognized Trump. It wasn't just a name anymore. It was a statement about success, confidence, power, winning, and let me tell you, that's exactly how I wanted it. Big, bold, unmistakable. That's Trump style. Always has been. At the same time, my media presence was unparalleled. The Apprentice had made millions watch, millions listen, millions think about what Donald Trump represented. It wasn't just a show, it was branding on a massive scale. Tremendous branding. People saw me making decisions, judging others, winning deals, and they respected it. Some envied it. Some criticized it. Doesn't matter. Every bit of attention was leverage. Every bit of recognition was power. Global expansion continued. Hotels in Asia, resorts in Europe, partnerships in luxury development worldwide. People still didn't fully understand it. They saw the flash, the glamour, but I saw strategy, vision, and influence. Bold moves always attract attention. Bold moves always win. And I was winning, again, bigger than ever. But I also knew something crucial. Business alone isn't enough. To influence, to shape opinion, to have real impact. You need visibility, recognition, and the perception of strength, and Trump had mastered that. The Trump name wasn't just a label on a building. It was a promise, success, power, decisiveness, winning, and people responded to it. Absolutely responded to it. As the 2010s approached, politics started becoming more than a passing thought. Watching Washington, watching the media, watching politicians, I saw weaknesses, inefficiencies, opportunities. I began thinking, if I could bring my business sense, my deal-making skills, my winning mentality into politics, the results could be incredible. Tremendous results. And I knew one thing. I didn't want to play small. I didn't want to compromise. I wanted to win. Big. Big league. By the end of this chapter of my life, here's what I had built. A global luxury brand recognized by millions. Iconic properties like Trump Tower that symbolized success and style. Media influence that kept me in the public eye constantly. A reputation as a bold, decisive, and unstoppable figure. And most importantly, I had laid the groundwork for something even bigger. The possibility of changing America itself. Because a life of winning in business, in real estate, in media, it prepares you for leadership in ways people often don't understand. You learn to negotiate, to persuade, to inspire, to dominate. You learn to handle pressure, criticism, and resistance. You learn to win, even when others doubt you. Tremendous learning. Absolutely tremendous. That's the story of the early years. From Queens to Manhattan. From military academy to Wharton. From real estate deals to Trump Tower. From celebrity to a global brand. From public attention to influence. Every step was a preparation. Every challenge was training. Every victory built confidence. Every setback taught resilience. And now, looking back, I see it clearly. All of it, everything I did, everything I built, every deal, every property, every brand expansion. It was preparing me for the biggest stage of all, the stage where the stakes are higher than any real estate deal, bigger than any media empire, more important than any celebrity status, the stage where you have the chance to make history. And that, my friends, is the story of my first chapter. A chapter of ambition, vision, success, resilience, and preparation. A chapter of winning. And believe me, the best was yet to come. By the late 2000s and early 2010s, Trump wasn't just a name. Trump was a phenomenon. Hotels, towers, golf courses, casinos, all over the world. Tremendous deals, absolutely incredible. Some people said, "Donald, you've done enough. Time to slow down." I laughed. You can't slow down when you're winning. You keep moving. You keep dominating. Tremendous success never stops. Media influence was at an all-time high. The Apprentice was still remembered as a groundbreaking show. Millions of people watched me make decisions, judge candidates, win. They weren't just entertained. They were learning about me, my style, my philosophy, my winning mentality. And let me tell you, nothing prepares someone for leadership like understanding media and perception. Absolutely nothing. I became a household name. Everyone knew Trump. They knew my style. They knew my confidence. They knew my ability to get deals done. Tremendous ability. Absolutely tremendous. And people started to associate my name with winning. That's very important. Winning matters. People respect winners. People follow winners. At the same time, my business empire was booming. Projects in the US, Europe, Asia, luxury hotels, resorts, golf courses, residential towers. Everywhere you looked, people recognized the Trump brand. Bold, powerful, luxurious, tremendous. Even critics had to admit it. Donald Trump knows how to build, how to negotiate, how to win. And that's exactly what I did. Every single deal, every single property, every single appearance. Winning, winning, winning. But here's the thing. I never forgot the bigger picture. Politics was on my mind. Always. Watching Washington, watching politicians, watching the media, I saw weaknesses everywhere. I saw inefficiency. I saw corruption. I saw opportunities to do things better. Tremendous opportunities. And I thought, I can do this. I can make a difference. I can win. Big, big league. By this time, I had mastered public perception. I knew how to control the narrative, how to dominate headlines, how to keep people talking. And believe me, that skill is priceless in politics. Absolutely priceless. People remember a strong, confident, decisive figure. People respect a winner. And I had proven I was all of those things. Tremendous proof. Internationally, my brand continued to expand. Projects in Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. My name was everywhere. People recognized Trump as a symbol of success, luxury, and boldness. And that recognition, that respect, that visibility, it was building influence I could use later. Tremendous leverage. Absolutely tremendous. By the early 2010s, I realized something very important. The stage was set. The timing was perfect. The influence was unstoppable. I had everything in place. Wealth, brand, media presence, global recognition, public support, and the credibility of a winner. All of it prepared me for one of the biggest moves of my life. Running for the presidency of the United States. People started talking, wondering, questioning. Donald Trump, could he do it? Could he run? Could he win? I smiled. And I thought to myself, absolutely. Nobody else could do it like I can. Tremendous opportunity. Tremendous victory. And so, by the middle of the 2010s, the Trump persona, the Trump brand, and the Trump influence had reached its peak. That I wasn't just a businessman anymore. I was a public figure, a media powerhouse, a global personality, a cultural force. Everything I had done, every deal, every media appearance, every property, every headline, it was all building momentum. Tremendous momentum. And momentum is everything when you're preparing to win the biggest stage of all. Because make no mistake, politics is just another arena. And Donald Trump always wins arenas he enters. Big league. Tremendous winning. Absolutely unstoppable. By the 2010s, I wasn't just a businessman. I was a media phenomenon. Absolutely. Tremendous reach. People knew my name everywhere. Not just in New York, not just in America, but around the world. Trump was a brand, a persona, a force. A very powerful force. The Apprentice was huge. Ratings through the roof. People loved it. They loved watching me make decisions, watching me judge, watching me win. I wasn't just a TV personality. I was the show, the person everyone talked about, the one everyone watched. Tremendous impact, and let me tell you, it wasn't luck. Not at all. That IT was strategy, brilliant strategy. I knew exactly what I was doing. Every word, every action, every appearance. It was building influence, building recognition, building the Trump persona, because influence is power. Recognition is power. Media is power, and Trump knows how to use power like nobody else. Absolutely nobody. People started saying things like, Donald Trump isn't just a businessman. He's a celebrity, a cultural icon, a dealmaker unlike any other. And they were right. I knew how to dominate attention, dominate headlines, dominate conversation. Critics? I don't care. Doesn't matter. Attention is attention. It all works. Tremendous leverage. At the same time, my business empire continued to grow. Hotels, golf courses, resorts, commercial properties, licensing deals, massive deals, international deals, tremendous deals. Some people thought I was spreading too thin. I didn't care. I thrived on being everywhere. Every property, every deal, every media appearance reinforced the Trump brand. Bold, unstoppable, confident, successful. That's the key. The brand matters as much as the business. Always has. Always will. And let's talk about celebrity. Tremendous celebrity. I rubbed shoulders with the world's most influential people. Business leaders, media moguls, celebrities, politicians. People respected me. Some feared me. Some wanted to be me. But I always stayed focused. Always. Celebrity is not enough. Influence is not enough. You need strategy. You need vision. You need to win. Tremendous winning. Absolutely tremendous. Why this time? Many people started asking, Donald, have you thought seriously about politics? And I would smile. I would nod. I would say maybe someday. But first, we're building something amazing. But the truth is, I was observing, learning, preparing. I watched Washington. I watched the media. I watched politicians. Weaknesses everywhere. Inefficiency everywhere. Missed opportunities everywhere. And I thought, I could do it better. I could negotiate better. I could win better. Tremendous winning. Meanwhile, my global influence continued. Properties in the US, Europe, Asia, Middle East. The Trump name was everywhere. Everywhere people saw Trump, they saw success. Luxury, style, confidence, winning. And believe me, that recognition gave me leverage. Leverage I could use in business, in media, and later, in politics. By the mid-2010s, I had reached a point many people didn't understand. That I was not just a businessman or a celebrity. I was a force of influence. That I knew how to control attention, shape narratives, and build momentum. And I knew one thing very clearly. If I ever entered politics, I would have an incredible advantage, tremendous advantage, because Trump had mastered the art of public perception, media influence, and personal branding like nobody else. Absolutely nobody. People knew me. People recognized me. People listened to me. And most importantly, they remembered me. And remember, in politics, if people don't remember you, if they don't recognize you, if they don't respect you, you can't win. I always understood that. Always. So by the end of this chapter, here's the reality. Donald Trump had become more than a businessman. That he had become a media empire, a cultural phenomenon, and a public figure with global recognition. The stage was set. Tremendous stage. Absolutely perfect for the next big move. The kind of move that would change everything. And believe me, that move was coming. Because Donald Trump doesn't wait. Donald Trump doesn't hesitate. Donald Trump wins. Big. Big league. Tremendous. It was 2015. People were talking. The economy was okay. Politics was messy. Washington was a disaster. Absolutely a disaster. And I thought to myself, this is my time. This is my moment. Nobody else is thinking big enough. Nobody else is strong enough. Nobody else has the winning mentality. So I made the announcement. Tremendous announcement. I stood there, in front of cameras, in front of people, and I said the words that would change everything. I am officially running for president of the United States. The reaction? Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Some people laughed. Some people doubted me. Some people said, Donald, don't do it. Politics is not for you. I smiled, because I knew something they didn't. Politics is just another deal, another negotiation, another opportunity. And Donald Trump always wins deals. Tremendous deals. Absolutely tremendous. The media exploded. Newspapers, TV, online. Everyone wanted to talk about it. Donald Trump, the businessman, is running for president? Yes, absolutely. Big news. Tremendous news. And the media didn't know it yet. But this was going to be huge. Tremendous. Absolutely unprecedented. From the very beginning, my campaign was different. Very different that I didn't play the usual game. I didn't follow the usual rules that I went straight to the people. Direct, bold, honest, sometimes controversial, yes, but that's how you get attention. That's how you get influence. That's how you win. Tremendous winning. People loved it. They saw me speaking directly to them, speaking plainly, speaking truthfully. They were tired of politicians who talked but did nothing. I was different. I promised results. I promised action. I promised winning. Tremendous winning. The other candidates? They didn't know what hit them. They were politicians, insiders, career people, the swamp, as I would later call it. And the people were done with the swamp. They wanted someone strong, decisive, confident. Someone who could negotiate. Someone who could deliver. Someone who could win. That's me. Donald Trump. Tremendous winning. From day one, I dominated the media. Every headline, every interview, every debate, Trump was everywhere. And the more they criticized me, the more attention I got. Absolutely incredible. Criticism is fuel for a winner. It drives me. It strengthens me. Tremendous leverage. Absolutely tremendous. By the end of the first weeks, it was clear this campaign was different. People were excited. People were energized. People were ready for change. Tremendous support. And I knew this was going to be a historic campaign. Big league historic. Tremendous energy. Absolutely unstoppable. The early campaign wasn't easy. Absolutely not. I faced attacks, ridicule, skepticism, and opposition. But I thrived on it. Challenges don't scare winners. Challenges make winners stronger. That's exactly what happened. Tremendous resilience. Absolutely tremendous. And that, my friends, is how the Trump presidential campaign began. From the announcement to the early rallies, to dominating the media, to energizing the American people, it was the start of something incredible. Tremendous. Absolutely historic. Because when Donald Trump enters a race, when Donald Trump sets his mind to winning, there's no stopping it. Absolutely no stopping. The Republican primary, let me tell you, it was something else. So many candidates. Big names. Experienced politicians. Career people. People who thought they had it all figured out. But I knew something they didn't. I knew how to win. Tremendous winning. Absolutely tremendous. The debates were incredible. Absolutely incredible. Every candidate was polite, scripted, careful. And there I was, direct, bold, confident, saying exactly what people were thinking. They weren't used to it. The media wasn't used to it. The establishment wasn't used to it. But the people, they loved it. Absolutely loved it. Tremendous energy. Unbelievable support. Some people said, "Donald, you're too blunt. You're too controversial. You can't do this." I laughed. I said, "I don't care. People want someone who speaks the truth. People want a winner. Tremendous winner." And the truth is, that's exactly what I gave them. Every debate, every rally, every speech, I spoke directly to the people. Direct, simple, strong. The other candidates? They underestimated me. They laughed at me. They called me names. They tried to dismiss me. Big mistake. Huge mistake. Because Donald Trump never loses when people believe in him. Tremendous trust. Tremendous loyalty. Absolutely incredible. I traveled across the country. Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Nevada, rallies packed with thousands, tens of thousands of people. People were energized, inspired, motivated. They were saying, "Finally, someone who isn't a career politician. Finally, someone who can win. Finally, someone who gets it." And I knew the momentum was unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. Tremendous energy. Tremendous support. During the primary, I faced attacks from every direction. Other candidates, political insiders, even media personalities, they tried to stop me. Ridicule, fake stories, criticism, but every attack only made me stronger. Every attack made people rally behind me even more. Tremendous effect. Absolutely tremendous. Some of the biggest names in the Republican Party, they doubted me. They didn't think I could win delegates. They didn't think I could win primaries. They didn't understand the power of Trump style. Bold, confident, relentless, unfiltered. Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. By the time the first states voted, it was clear Donald Trump was not just a candidate, I was a movement. People everywhere were saying, "This is different. This is bold. This is winning." And that's exactly what it was. Winning. Tremendous winning. Absolutely historic. The early primary victories set the tone. Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, tremendous results. People were energized. The momentum was real, and I knew every victory wasn't just a win in a state. Every victory was proof that the people wanted Trump. They wanted strength. They wanted confidence. They wanted results. Tremendous results. Absolutely tremendous. The establishment? They were shocked. Absolutely shocked. They didn't know how to handle it, that I wasn't following their rules. I wasn't playing by their script. I was speaking directly to the people. Bold, honest, strong. Tremendous connection. Absolutely unstoppable. And that, my friends, is how the early primary battles went. From debates to rallies, from criticism to victories, from skepticism to support. It was the beginning of a historic journey. Because when Donald Trump sets his mind to winning, nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop him. Tremendous winning. Absolutely unstoppable. By mid-2015 and into 2016, the campaign was no longer just about primaries. It was national. Absolutely national. I was competing not only against Republican opponents, but against the whole political system, the media, and sometimes the establishment itself. Tremendous challenge. Absolutely tremendous. The media? Oh, the media. They loved to attack me. They said, "Donald Trump can't win. He's too controversial. He's too blunt. He's too unpredictable." I laughed. Absolutely laughed. Because I knew the truth. Criticism? It's fuel for a winner. Attacks? They make me stronger. Coverage? Tremendous advantage. Absolutely tremendous. And the people? They were listening. They were paying attention. They were energized. They were saying, "Finally, someone is speaking the truth. Finally, someone is standing up for us. Finally, someone can win." And that's what I delivered. Straight talk, bold ideas, and promises to make America stronger, safer, and respected again. Tremendous promises. Absolutely tremendous. As the campaign went nationwide, I analyzed my opponents carefully. Every one of them. Every Democrat, every Republican, Hillary Clinton, very experienced, very political, very well-connected. But people were tired of the establishment. They wanted change. They wanted bold leadership. Tremendous opportunity. Absolutely tremendous. Other Democrats and Republicans? Many underestimated me. Thought I couldn't win. Thought it was a circus. They didn't understand the Trump style, the winning mentality, the ability to dominate attention, the ability to connect with voters. Tremendous connection. Absolutely incredible. Rallies became massive events. Thousands, tens of thousands of people, sometimes more. People chanting, waving signs, energized, motivated, inspired. Tremendous energy. Tremendous enthusiasm. And every rally, every speech, every media appearance reinforced the same message. Donald Trump is a winner. Donald Trump is strong. Donald Trump fights for America. Tremendous results are coming. Absolutely tremendous. The nationwide campaign required strategy. Tremendous strategy. I knew how to mobilize voters, how to energize supporters, how to dominate the news cycle, how to respond to attacks, how to control narratives. This isn't easy. Absolutely not easy. But winning requires planning, focus, and decisiveness. Tremendous focus. Absolutely tremendous. The debates? Historic. Absolutely historic. I went up against seasoned politicians, experienced campaigners, and I dominated. Bold, confident, assertive, unafraid. Tremendous performance. People loved it. Absolutely loved it. Media attacks intensified. Criticism reached a peak. Every word analyzed. Every action scrutinized. But every attack? It made my supporters stronger. Every attack highlighted my opponent's weaknesses. Tremendous leverage. Absolutely tremendous. And throughout it all, the message was simple, direct, and powerful. America deserves strong leadership. America deserves winning. America deserves respect. And Donald Trump will deliver it. Tremendous results. Absolutely tremendous. By the time we approached the final stages of the campaign, the energy was historic. Tremendous rallies, record-breaking attention, unmatched media coverage, incredible voter engagement. People believed in a winner. People wanted change. People were ready for bold leadership. Tremendous enthusiasm. Absolutely unstoppable. And that, my friends, is how the nationwide campaign unfolded, from analyzing opponents, to energizing voters, to dominating the media, to holding historic rallies. It was the building of a movement that was unstoppable, a movement that respected strength, a movement that believed in winning. Tremendous energy, absolutely tremendous, because let me tell you something very important. When Donald Trump sets his mind to winning, when Donald Trump is determined, when Donald Trump has the vision, the energy, and the influence, nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop him. Tremendous winning, absolutely unstoppable. The 2016 election, let me tell you, it was something nobody had ever seen before. Absolutely historic. The energy was incredible. Tremendous rallies. Millions of people energized, motivated, inspired. And the message was simple: America deserves winning. America deserves strong leadership. And Donald Trump will deliver. Tremendous results. Absolutely tremendous. The final months of the campaign were intense. Absolutely intense. The debates, the media coverage, the rallies, the criticism, all of it. Tremendous pressure, tremendous attention, tremendous scrutiny. And through it all, I remained confident, bold, unstoppable, focused on winning. Tremendous focus. Absolutely tremendous. People told me, "Donald, it's going to be very difficult. The polls are tight. The media is against you. This is Washington. It's a swamp." I laughed. I said, "Swamp? I love a challenge. Swamp. I'm going to drain it." Tremendous opportunity. Absolutely tremendous. Hillary Clinton, very experienced, very political, very well-connected. But the people were tired of the establishment. They wanted change. They wanted bold, strong leadership. Tremendous chance. Tremendous energy. Absolutely tremendous. The debates were incredible. Absolutely incredible. I went head-to-head with her. Bold, confident, direct. I didn't back down. I didn't apologize. I didn't soften my message. And the people responded. Tremendous response. People loved it. They saw a winner. They saw strength. They saw someone who could deliver results. Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Media attacks intensified. Criticism everywhere. They tried to undermine me, dismiss me, marginalize me, but it didn't work. Not at all. Every attack made my supporters stronger. Every attack reinforced the message: Donald Trump fights, Donald Trump wins, Donald Trump delivers. Tremendous leverage. Absolutely tremendous. The rallies became historic events. Thousands, tens of thousands of people. People chanting, waving signs, motivated, energized, inspired. Tremendous enthusiasm. Absolutely unstoppable. And I knew this wasn't just a campaign. This was a movement for change, a movement for strength, a movement for winning. Tremendous momentum. Absolutely historic. Election night. Tremendous night. As the results came in state by state, district by district, the energy grew. Tremendous energy. Absolutely unbelievable. People watching at home, in the streets, in cities across America, they were witnessing history. Tremendous history. Absolutely unprecedented. And then it happened. The moment nobody expected. Tremendous victory. Historic victory. Donald Trump, businessman, media personality, outsider, elected the 45th President of the United States. Absolutely incredible. Tremendous. Unbelievable. The inauguration, historic. Tremendous crowd, tremendous energy. People from all over America celebrating. Absolutely amazing. And as I took the oath, I knew this was just the beginning. Tremendous responsibility. Tremendous opportunity. Tremendous honor. Absolutely tremendous. From that moment on, it wasn't just about winning an election. It was about delivering results, protecting America, strengthening the economy, defending the people, and making America respected again. Tremendous goals. Tremendous vision. Absolutely tremendous. Because let me tell you something very important. Being president is like the biggest deal of your life. Absolutely the biggest. You negotiate, you make decisions, you face challenges, criticism, and pressure like never before. But winning is in my nature. Tremendous winning. Absolutely unstoppable. And America, my country, was about to witness the most bold, decisive, and historic leadership it had ever seen. Tremendous results. Absolutely tremendous. And that, my friends, is how Donald Trump went from businessman, media personality, outsider, to President of the United States. A journey of ambition, strategy, media mastery, public support, boldness, and unstoppable winning. Tremendous winning. Absolutely historic. When I became president, I knew one thing. It was time to get things done. Tremendous responsibility. Tremendous opportunity. Absolutely tremendous that I didn't come to Washington to play politics. I came to deliver results, make America stronger, safer, and respected again. Tremendous focus. Absolutely tremendous. The first days, the first weeks, very busy. Absolutely incredible workload. Executive orders, appointments, briefings, meetings, negotiations, nonstop. Tremendous energy required. Tremendous attention. I moved fast. Bold decisions. Confident actions. Tremendous results right away. Absolutely tremendous. Domestic policy. Tremendous priorities that we focused on: tax reform, job creation, regulatory reduction, and economic growth. The American people wanted results. I delivered. Tremendous victories in business, industry, and trade. Absolutely unprecedented. And let me tell you, trade deals were very important. I reviewed deals nobody else wanted to touch. I negotiated directly. I made bold moves. Tremendous leverage. Absolutely tremendous. People asked, "Donald, can you really renegotiate these deals?" I said, "Of course. Nobody does it better than me." Tremendous winning. Absolutely tremendous. Internationally, leadership was key. Tremendous leadership. I met with world leaders, allies, rivals, everyone. Some were strong, some weak, some respectful, some arrogant. But I handled every meeting with confidence, clarity, and power. Tremendous presence. Absolutely tremendous. North Korea? Very complicated. Tremendous challenge. I spoke directly, I negotiated, I set boundaries. Tremendous attention from the world. Absolutely unprecedented. China? Tremendous economic power. Tremendous opportunity. We addressed trade, intellectual property, and international leverage. Bold moves. Tremendous results. Absolutely tremendous. NATO, Europe, Middle East. Every relationship mattered. Tremendous attention. Tremendous negotiation. Tremendous outcomes. I made America respected again. Tremendous results. Absolutely incredible. Domestically, I worked closely with Congress. Some helpful, some resistant. But we achieved tax cuts, deregulation, and economic incentives. Tremendous impact on jobs, business, and growth. Absolutely tremendous. Throughout it all, media coverage was intense. Absolutely intense. Some supportive, some critical, some completely unfair. But I used it to my advantage. Tremendous leverage. Tremendous attention. Absolutely tremendous. People were listening, paying attention, understanding the message. Strong leadership, bold decisions, results. Tremendous message. Absolutely unstoppable. And let me be clear, leadership is about action, vision, and results. I don't just talk. I act. I negotiate. I win. Tremendous winning. Absolutely tremendous. The first year of my presidency was historic. Tremendous accomplishments. Tremendous momentum. Tremendous energy. America saw bold, decisive leadership. Results delivered. Promises fulfilled. Tremendous victories. Absolutely unprecedented. And that, my friends, is how Donald Trump transitioned from president-elect to a leader delivering real results. Bold decisions. Tremendous victories. Strong leadership. Unstoppable momentum. Tremendous winning. Absolutely tremendous. As my presidency progressed, I realized one thing very clearly. The stakes were higher than ever. Tremendous responsibility. Tremendous opportunities. Absolutely tremendous. Every decision, every action, every word mattered. Tremendous attention. Tremendous scrutiny. Absolutely unprecedented. Domestic policies continued at full speed. Tremendous results. Jobs, taxes, trade, deregulation, enormous progress. Tremendous impact. Absolutely tremendous. People said, "Donald, how did you manage this?" I said, "I focus on winning. I act boldly." Tremendous leadership. Absolutely tremendous. Internationally, the world was watching. Tremendous challenges. North Korea, China, Europe, NATO, Middle East. All high-stakes negotiations. Tremendous pressure. Tremendous responsibility. Absolutely unprecedented. But I handled each with confidence, clarity, and the winning mentality. Tremendous influence. Tremendous respect. Tremendous results. Absolutely tremendous. Significant domestic events arose. Natural disasters, legislative battles, and unexpected crises. I approached each with speed, decisiveness, and bold action. tremendous coordination, tremendous leadership, absolutely unstoppable. People saw action. They saw strength. They saw results. Tremendous perception, tremendous impact, absolutely tremendous. Media coverage intensified. Criticism, praise, analysis, speculation. I used every headline, every story, every tweet to communicate directly with the people. Tremendous leverage, tremendous attention, absolutely incredible. Critics didn't understand. Donald Trump always turns attention into influence. Tremendous results, absolutely tremendous. And then the focus shifted. Re-election, tremendous energy, tremendous strategy, absolutely historic. I knew that connecting with voters, energizing supporters, and demonstrating results was key. Tremendous messaging, tremendous rallies, tremendous enthusiasm, absolutely unstoppable. I traveled across the country, holding massive rallies. Tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of people, all energized, motivated, inspired. Tremendous crowd energy, tremendous loyalty, absolutely incredible. Every rally reinforced the message. Strong leadership, bold action, results delivered, and America respected again. Tremendous messaging, absolutely tremendous. I analyzed opponents carefully. Democrats, emerging challengers, critics. I studied their weaknesses, their strategies, their messaging. Tremendous research, tremendous insight, tremendous strategy, absolutely unprecedented. And I adjusted campaigns, rallies, media appearances, and public messages accordingly. Tremendous flexibility, tremendous focus, tremendous winning, absolutely tremendous. Throughout the late presidency, the Trump brand, as president, remained dominant. Strength, confidence, decisiveness, results. People recognized it. Tremendous loyalty, tremendous support, absolutely unstoppable. And every policy, every achievement, every decision reinforced the message. Donald Trump delivers for the American people. Tremendous winning, absolutely tremendous. By the end of the term, the American people had seen historic accomplishments, bold decisions, strong leadership, and relentless results. Tremendous victories, tremendous momentum, tremendous energy, absolutely unprecedented. And that, my friends, is how Donald Trump navigated the late presidency, handling major events, advancing policies, managing international relations, energizing voters, and preparing for re-election. Tremendous leadership, tremendous strategy, tremendous winning, absolutely unstoppable. As my first term came to an end, the focus was clear: re-election and cementing my legacy. Tremendous responsibility, tremendous energy, absolutely unprecedented. The people had seen my accomplishments. Tremendous results, tremendous victories, tremendous leadership, absolutely tremendous. The campaign for re-election, historic, absolutely historic. Rallies bigger than ever. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of Americans energized, motivated, inspired. Tremendous loyalty, tremendous enthusiasm, absolutely incredible. And the message was simple: Donald Trump delivers results. Donald Trump protects America. Donald Trump fights for the people. Tremendous winning, absolutely tremendous. Media scrutiny intensified. More criticism, more analysis, more attention, but I turned it into an advantage. Tremendous leverage, tremendous visibility, tremendous influence, absolutely unstoppable. People knew the truth. Results mattered. Strength mattered. Leadership mattered. Tremendous leadership, absolutely tremendous. The opposition? Very experienced, very political, very prepared, but the people wanted boldness. They wanted action. They wanted winning. Tremendous opportunity, tremendous momentum, absolutely unprecedented. And that's exactly what I delivered. Tremendous results, tremendous victories, tremendous impact, absolutely tremendous. Looking back, the accomplishments of my first term were historic. Tremendous economic growth, tremendous job creation, tremendous trade deals, tremendous international influence, tremendous negotiation victories, absolutely unprecedented. People everywhere recognize strong, decisive leadership, tremendous loyalty, tremendous support, tremendous impact, absolutely unstoppable. Legacy? Tremendous. Tremendous history, tremendous influence. Donald Trump redefined what it means to lead boldly, act decisively, and deliver results for the American people. Tremendous example, tremendous momentum, absolutely tremendous. The energy, the movement, the enthusiasm, A political force that cannot be ignored. Tremendous impact. Absolutely unprecedented. The future? Tremendous possibilities. Tremendous influence. Tremendous effect on American politics, leadership, and global perception. Absolutely tremendous that I showed that boldness, strength, and a winning mentality can achieve historic results. Tremendous lessons. Tremendous inspiration. Tremendous energy. Absolutely unstoppable. And that, my friends, is how Donald Trump approached re-election, solidified his legacy, and left an indelible mark on history, from business to media to the presidency. The journey has been bold, unprecedented, and tremendous in every way. Tremendous leadership. Tremendous victories. Tremendous winning. Absolutely tremendous. Because remember this, when Donald Trump commits, when Donald Trump fights, when Donald Trump leads, there's only one outcome: unmatched results, unstoppable momentum, and tremendous winning. Absolutely historic. Tremendous energy. Absolutely tremendous.